morning. Welcome to Mahala Monday. Absolutely brilliant to have you with us here today. My name is Dougal. Rhoda is here, and we have a guest on a Monday. On a Monday. We'll introduce you to the guest very shortly, but in the meantime, let me just say his name is David. But dears and mate, first things first, I spoke about this at length. It was Father's Day yesterday, so from Rhoda and a little bit from all myself, we just want to say happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I hope it was well, and if you chose not to make today a public holiday, by all means go in. So it is an interactive show, and I tell you what, we're looking forward to today because it is just fantastic. Obviously, we find ourselves in June still, and it is a month that brings a lot to the fore, and the Youth Month being that. And of course, so for the past couple of weeks, what we've been focusing on is exactly that, with terms with the youth. We spoke about employment, unemployment, all of that, and of course opportunities, and that is what we're doing today. We're talking about opportunities, what to do, what the future holds. So this is exciting. So special shout out to all the moms and dads, teachers, educators, learners, young people, anybody who want to change, of course, the course of their life, and of course just grab everything and make sure the world is their oyster. Big shout out to all of you. Interactive show as always, so we look forward to your questions and comments. But first, let's meet the guest.
Oh yeah.
Damien September is with us. Morning, Damien.
Good morning, everybody.
Damien.
Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely brilliant. Now, Rhoda, we're talking all about the Cape Careers Exhibition Association. That is what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about. And it says it all, the exhibition, careers, choices that need to be made. And that's why we got the expert here today to tell you exactly what opportunities are out there. So parents, teachers, educators, listen, and you know what? The opportunities are there, guys. So this is an interactive show. If there's any questions, send them through. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
This is the silver platter that's being given to you right now.
Yeah, I like that. I like that you say that, because it is exactly that. It is another bit where there's opportunities, of course, and you just got to seize it. But we're going to get straight into it, because we've been talking about it even in our ad. And it's all about bringing that information out there. So, Damien, you're the chairperson of the Cape Careers Exhibition Association. What is this? Please give the people an overview.
Oh, yeah.
What is the Are you called the CCEA, or did I just make that up?
No, that's correct. Yeah. So, well, thank you again for the opportunity. So, the CCEA is basically an association that was established in 1990. Is when they recognized there was a need for students to be exposed to higher education institutions. A lot of the schools doesn't offer the opportunity to give the kids the proper career guidance to go into the careers of their choices. So the CCA was then established to arrange career expos at schools, where we can actually go and see the kids and then offer them the opportunities to go and study at learning institutions. So CCA is running 22 years strong. I am the chairperson.
Oh, wow.
Third year in a row that I've been nominated as the chairperson. So yes, we are running strong, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so we're just listening to that. 22 years is long. So how many members are we looking at that belongs to you guys?
Currently, the CCA has 62 member institutions. Member institutions being TVET colleges, universities, University of Technologies, and mostly private institutions, whether it be colleges or universities that we consist of.
And these are the members?
Yes, yeah.
So in a nutshell, to reiterate what you said, so you guys go to schools, wherever they are, and you show them, these are, and these members, these are universities, technical colleges, TVET colleges, these institutions, they pop along and they have like a stand, and the learners come and speak to them.
Yes, so how it happens is we will send in letters to schools to ask them if we can have a career exhibition. Exhibitions anything from an hour up to 3 hours long, where we will then be either set up in the hall. Some of the schools doesn't have that facility, so we'll be outside. Schools will usually provide us with tables and chairs, and then we as institutions come along with our marketing material, our banners and all of that. Classes will then be brought in, or groups, grade groups. So we predominantly focus on the grade 9, grade 11 and grade 12s. They will be brought into the hall, and then the kids will get the opportunity to interact with us as exhibitors. And then we give them all the information about the application processes, if there's bursary opportunities or funding or payment options, and how to apply, and give them all that necessary information.
Listen, I just got to say, because this is like a centralized hub, because we're always looking at that.
Exactly.
You know, you want to go to one point where you just get all the options, and then this is what it's about. So we're going to talk about this at length. But there's one thing I want to tell you in addition to our amazing discussion that we are having with Dave in September, is that there's a competition and you don't want to miss this. So when you are on the cusp of basically entering this phase of your life, watch the show, because there's an amazing competition, and this is just going to be great opportunities as well, and we'll talk about all the details that we have there. Now the CCEA, I mean, obviously you do the expos at different schools. You go to the where are you guys located?
Okay, so the CCA actually operates here in the Bellville area. The main person that actually runs everything for the CCA is Franklin Kutsia. She's the secretary, and she does all the planning, the exhibition, invitations to schools and that, and then she sends all the information through to the members who decides then where they want to go to. So yes, we are based in Bellville, should anybody want to get hold of her, and as the details is flighted, people can visit the website to contact Franklin to arrange a career exhibition at the schools.
Oh, okay.
Or even we also do community events, so there's different types of exhibitions that we attend to.
Sure, sure.
And then I just want to ask you something, because I'm just me asking, Cape careers, are we then just restricted within Cape Town, Cape, like, you know, the Cape, or are we looking at basically broadening?
So CCA does predominantly do the Western Cape, but we do careers in the Northern Cape, the Southern Cape, the Eastern Cape, and we also do go as far as Namibia. So yes, we have done the Southern Cape so far. We are doing the Northern Cape in the next few months. Tomorrow we will actually be traveling up to the Eastern Cape to do a career exhibition close to Queenstown. So yes, we do go out to other provinces. The CCA is an association that exists on its own. There has been attempts to obviously replicate these types of association in other provinces, which actually hasn't worked. But yes, we do go to other provinces should the opportunity be given to us. But yeah, predominantly it's focused on the Western Cape.
Cool.
I want to get into the bit, because I mean, obviously you offer whole holistic services in terms of what it is you do exactly, and I know you've touched on it and to what it is. But now for something like this, and it's a bit of a naughty question. I mean, obviously we could assume who's your target audience here, and in terms of that, how many? Because I know you said you got quite a bit of members, right? Which is how many?
62
members.
I can basically name 5 places. So 62 is quite a basket. It is quite a basket. That is quite a bit of people there. But specifically, who's your target audience here? Is it only now schools?
At schools, we obviously target the life orientation teachers of the schools, headmasters of high schools. We do community groups. So anybody that's interested in careers is part of our target market. So yes, we obviously try and start from a young age for grade 9 learners, grade 11 learners, as well as grade 12 learners. But usually, most of the time, grade 12 learners should already know a career path that they want to go into. But we unfortunately do get the situation where grade 12 learners still do not know. So this is why it's important for us as an association to expose ourselves to these kids so that they know the types of careers that are out there.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm really liking the fact that you're doing grade 9 now. I know there was always this thing where they were doing it in grade 10.
Yes.
Because I know at school, grade 10 is where you need to make subject choices for a career.
Yeah.
So I'm liking the fact that at least by grade 9 already, you're actually chatting to these kids, having to give them opportunities, because I think it's actually so much better, because now automatically they can actually see what's out there.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So that's actually the important part,
That's
because students has to make their subject choices in grade 10, and many a times you get the learner that will actually just choose a subject because it's an easy subject, not realizing the subjects that they need. So for instance, if you want to become an engineer, you need to have pure maths and physics as a subject. But now they've chosen, and not that I'm saying it's a bad choice, but now you've chosen tourism as a subject, and you get to grade 11, grade 12, and it's like, oh, I want to become an engineer, but you do not have the subject choices for it. So this is actually why we then focus on the grade 9, and specifically in the second part of the year, from July onwards, we focus more on the grade 9 learners to give them the opportunity to make their correct subject choices, so that if we visit a school and the kid says, I want to become a civil engineer, you need to know, I can tell the kid, you need to have pure maths and physics. So that they make the correct career choices, because so many times we get to the school, grade to grade 12, and say, sir, I want to be an engineer. It's like, I need to have, oh, but I never knew that in grade 10. And then that's where the problem comes. So we want to try and educate the kids already that this is the career path that you need to go in. This is the subject choices you need to make, so that they have that subjects when they get to grade 12.
Oh, wow.
I want to ask you this because you're touching on it, and it might sound. But before I ask you this, but let me just say this, because you say grade 9, and I just want to clarify for people like me, old standard 7.
Yes.
Right? Because while you were talking, I was like doing the...
You were doing the math.
I was doing the thing in my head, man. And literally, so considering that's old standard 7, I'm trying to think now back when I had a different career every second week, man. Yes. I had a different career every 5 minutes, even well beyond that, even much later. How, at that stage, it is basically just cementing options.
Yes.
And that is the important thing. Now, I want to just move away. So, is it advisable that the learner at that stage has some idea? In your experience, do you find that learners at that age, that are in that grade, actually know pretty much what they want, or they still... No. Because, I'm just assuming if anybody was like me,
Look, it sometimes depends on the school, but majority of the time, grade 9 learners has no idea what career path they want to go into. So this is actually the perfect opportunity there for them to start looking, because many times they get to grade 9, they don't even think about the career path. So when they actually then attend a career exhibition, it's like, oh, okay, I need to start getting serious about the career path that I want to go into. And we always explain to the kids, you must remember, after grade 12, after your high schooling career, you have to now choose something that you're going to most probably do for the rest of your life. 40 to 45 years that you have to do. So you have to choose something that you're going to have a passion for, that you want to do, and not just go into a career because that was the option for you. And this is why it's important that we actually see the grade 9 learners, so that they can start making that correct choices and start becoming more serious about their careers that they want to go into, and not just like choose something or choose a career path that my friend chose because that was the option that my friend had. So you you do not have an excuse after you've been to an exhibition to say, I still do not know what I want to go into, because you need to make that correct choice.
Because that is the bit that you were alluding to, Rhoda, that you like that it starts so earlier. So going back to the bit that I initially said, which is a bit naughty, so that might be the focus, but now I find myself, I'm out of school already. I'm done. I'm done with school, and I have been for 2-3 years. I might have worked, because your target audience does extend into just the general community as well. That still means I can make use of your services, or at least view this platform where the options are available.
So the CCEA's website is actually very interactive. All the institutions are linked to the website. So if you, for instance, say that you're looking for a certain career, but you do not know which career path you want to, or institution you want to choose, you can actually go onto the website, say that you want to become a marketer, and then it will actually give you the option of which institutions you can click onto. And then you go onto that website of that institution, you can do an online application, and it actually helps you making that, to make that correct choice as well.
Almost like artificial intelligence.
Yes. To an extent, yes.
So with us, Damien September, of course, he's the chairperson of the CCEA, which is the Cape Careers Exhibitors Association, and of course, and it's really, in my simple mind, I'm just putting this is like a hub. If you want to know where to go and what career options are available, the career path, and which institution will help and facilitate this process, that's where you go, you find it, and it's all there in one spot. It's absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
So my question, so obviously, there's a lot of parents out there, and one thing I've experienced just having to chat sometimes to our communities is always the fact that the kids look at their backgrounds, where they come from, and their parents obviously financially, if you need to go to these institutions, finance obviously is the question.
Yes.
So Is this something you guys touch on as well? Because a lot of students out there obviously look at this and say, my mom and daddy can't afford this, so I'm not even going to go look at this.
Yes,
So
yeah.
the opportunities out there, what is there for us?
Okay, so each institution is obviously different to each other. So yes, a lot of the government-funded institutions like the TVET colleges and universities has the option for them to apply through the NSFAS bursary scheme. So yes, there is bursary opportunities. However, the child or the individual has to go and do the research and necessary research. Unfortunately, for most of our private institutions, because it's private entities, they do not offer, or they offer different bursary opportunities. So the learner actually has to first identify the career path they want to go into, and then find the institution that offers it, and then inquire with that institution to find out if there is bursary opportunities. However, that shouldn't be a stumbling block for learners. There's obviously funding, not funding, but financial options for you, where you can either get a study loan or you can actually arrange with the institution itself to do a payment plan in that. So finance, yes, is very important, but it shouldn't be a stumbling block or the point that it stops a student from wanting to go into the career path. So yes, each institution has their own options for funding.
Okay, and David, because and I know you're not the expert on this, but I want to ask you, but I mean, if I'm now in grade 11, then this is really the time where I'm starting now to think of that sort of thing, because we're looking here at cut-off dates as well. So for next year, I mean, if you want to apply for the NSFAS bursary scheme, like you mentioned, there's a cut-off which is coming at some point.
Yes, I think the end of September, if I'm speaking under correction, but they learners can actually go onto the NSFAS website. They also have an interactive website where you do everything online. You go onto the site, you register yourself, and then you fill in the necessary forms, and there is documentation you need to scan in a PDF form, which basically be your results and a copy of your ID. You send it through, and then NSFAS actually communicates to you via SMS.
As well.
And a lot of the institutions, as well as TVET colleges, universities, private institutions, has online application processes. So also visit the institution's website and do the necessary application there, but just to make sure that they have a PDF format of their IDs and their results to start applying.
Just a quick one, and I know you want to ask a question quickly, but I'm probably going to speak from a parent point of view, because one thing that came up, I mean, both my kids are out of school now already. They both studied, they've been there, done that. One question a lot of mothers got upset about, especially on the mother side, was why didn't anybody tell us that we needed to look at the June results of grade 11? This was, and I want to tell all the parents out there, grade 11 June results is very important. So you know what, this is something that nobody tells parents or tells people. You need to concentrate on reading grade 11. And then another thing I want to tell you parents out there, maths, English at the end of this year, am I correct as well, is also something important if you're looking at wanting to go and study next year and actually applying for, at different institutions. So just for the parents, warning out there, grade 11 is very important.
and it's a constant importance, it's not like just this, but it's important, it's all important.
So basically, from a application process, usually the schools do offer the life orientation periods where they actually should be starting to look at these things. But this is why it's important for us to have the career exhibition. So when a learner comes and speaks to this institution and they get the marketing material, most of that material will already have that information on it. Brilliant. So we always advise, if we have 20 exhibitors at the exhibition, try and grab information from each of the institutions and take that whole pack home to your parents, because parents are very important with helping to make the decisions, and then they can then actually have a look through it, and then it will actually state to them that you need to look at this type of results so that they know. But yes, from grade 11, most of the schools will also start telling the kids that you need to now start getting serious about the career, your results, and institutions are also different to each other, where TVET colleges, you use your grade 12 June results. Universities, predominantly, you need to use your grade 11 results already. So depending on the institution will also determine which results are required.
So we spoke about money. We did. Got an answer. I mentioned a moment ago that there's a competition. Now, I want to talk about this. I'm jumping the gun here a little, but you guys have a competition.
Yes.
Right? The CCEA has got a competition. Please tell us about competition. What can I win?
All right. So
Sugar
basically
loves
how the competition works is that a learner has to go onto the CCA website. They go and identify the institution that they are interested in. You can click on the institution tab, and then you will actually have to register yourself on the site. Your query then goes through to the institution that you've applied to, but once you've registered, you basically entered into the competition. The competition will be then drawn at the end of the year. We will draw a lucky winner to win 20,000 Rand towards his studies. Yes, certain institutions, 20,000 Rand will cover the duration of your course. Certain institutions will only be a portion of it, but it's something to help the student to get into the career they want to go into. So basically, you just need to register yourself on the CCA website, visit it, put in your details there, and then you will be entered automatically into the competition. There's also
the driving lessons.
Yes, driving lessons.
I saw that.
So that will be 10 lessons for a student, because that's very important as well for learners going into.
Oh yes.
Going into a career. Most careers they require you to have a driver's license, so you can actually win 10 lessons as well. For you to obviously go and pass out. And then there's also spot prizes, various spot prizes that we have on a monthly basis where we will draw names. And if that learner has been drawn, we will then visit the school and they will also win a pack from
This is fantastic, man, because I mean 20,000 goes away. We know this. That just goes a long way. And I absolutely, and all I got to do is just go check it out. I got to go on the website because this is what I'm going to do anyway. I told you got to go there. Yeah. And then the driving lessons are because you're at that age where you're about to, exercise.
And it's very expensive.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
And just to add on to that competition about the 20,000 Rand, a lot of questions have been asked about it. If the winner wins the 20,000 Rand, we do not physically give you the cash.
Oh, good.
We will actually pay it towards the institution that you've applied to.
Brilliant.
So the money gets paid. So you actually have to come and then give us the letter to say that you've been accepted to the institution, and the CCA will then pay the money because the kids says they see it as like 20,000. Oh yes, I'm going to win 20,000 for myself. No, it doesn't work like that. So the CCA will actually pay it towards the institution that the learner has applied to, and the same with the learning, the driving lessons. We will pay it to the driving school, for that lessons as well.
That's absolutely fantastic. I think it is really brilliant. So what you got to do is you just visit the website, which is www.ccea.coza, and go check it there and just go through it. This is absolutely fantastic. Can I got to ask this question. I'm asking it this way though. Can Rhoda enter?
Yes, she can. She can.
I just wanted to check.
So the competition is open to anybody.
Just saying, I know the chairman.
There's no restrictions to it, but yes, anybody can enter the competition.
She's going to enter.
I just wanted to go back quickly, just a few steps back. And just for the people out there, there's obviously people as well that's finding themselves doing a craft or basically like say plumbing, whatever, but they don't have obviously the paperwork. So this is also where they can actually come to your website as well and look at these institutions and actually then go and get their paperwork, like we would say in our terms, your paperwork sorted out. So if you want to become that plumber, you want to be that builder, or whatever you want to be, you can actually come to your website as well. So it's not age restricted.
No, it's not age restricted.
To make that clear.
For artisanal careers, predominantly your technical institutions like the TVET colleges. The 6 TVET colleges that belongs to the CCEA would obviously be Northland College, Boland College, West Coast College, South Cape College, Volkswagen College, and Boland College. That's the 6 TVET colleges that obviously offers these artisanal fields of studies to become a plumber, a welder, a motor mechanic, these types of basically careers where you're working with your hands. And yes, and if you obviously win that money towards that course, then yes, you can do it at the TVET college.
There we go.
Now, obviously, in the last while, I mean, obviously during the pandemic, in terms of open days, that it was something that never existed. However, we find ourselves in a bit of a different space right now, and we're moving, like you said, of course. You constantly, in terms of the CCEA, you go into different areas, regions where you are doing that. Are we getting back to the bit now where member institutions will do open days as well.
Yes, yeah. So all members has different open days. Our best advice is actually just for the individuals to go onto the website or visit the CCEA's website and then go and see what institution they're interested in and visit their website, and it will actually give them the information on what careers or what open days there is. TVET colleges, unfortunately, we do not have set dates for open days yet due to the restrictions for COVID.
Oh, yeah.
But we August month is TVET month, where the TVET colleges actually focuses on various activities. So look at the website, go onto social media platforms, and then we will share that information with regards to open days. But private institutions predominantly and the universities, they have their own set dates. So also just to visit their website to get more information on the open days.
Absolutely fantastic, man. It is really, really fantastic, and that is what you got to do. And of course, if you and 62 members.
Yes,
that's a lot.
That's a lot of institutions. Let's play a game. Name 5 quickly. See, she got. Need one. I mean, 62. I mean, it's a plethora of choices, and while you're watching this, you will see some of these options that are available to you. And I mean, I think it is just absolutely what you guys are doing should truly be congratulated, because this is making life easy. This is convenience, and it comes down to the thing that we wanted to do. Not that I want to take any credit away from you, but this is the thing that we wanted to do is getting the information out there. And Rhoda says this all the time. Get it out there, and it is there. So you got to like this, you got to share this. I mean, it's brilliant, and it's competition.
And it's competition.
Rhoda's going to end, by the way. So, I'm basically questioned out. I want to just recap a competition. I want to find out our contact details and that sort of thing. That is what we want to talk about. But in terms of the overview, and I just want you to paint this picture again. So there I am, little Dougal, grade 11. Okay, I want to do this, because let's be honest, I'm thinking of doing 6-7 different careers and all of that. I simply go on your website and I type in, like the example you made, I want to go into marketing, and then all these institutions that will host a marketing type of course will be coming up as a part of a selection.
And you can click on those links and it will take you directly to the website. But then the advantage of going through CCEA is then you will be entered into the competition as well.
Oh wow, go to the website.
And there it is, the competition is right there, man. Think about it, 20,000 and of course a prize towards your studies of one of the CCEA member institutions, which will be the institution of your choice. That's brilliant, that's brilliant. And this competition is every year?
Yes, it's the first year we were actually running the competition, but yes, we will have a little.
No, I'm just asking for Rhoda in case you don't. Lucky
so
this year.
If you don't miss out this year, you can apply next year again.
I'll apply next year.
All right, so that is it, man. It's absolutely fabulous. It is really fantastic. Now, of course, as we mentioned to you earlier, it is the month of June, and we know August is now going to be TVET month as well. I just want to remind you, you don't want to miss it, because we're actually going to be specifically focusing as well on the Link Show, where we talk all things Northink, and that is coming up this coming Thursday. So you don't want to miss it. Join us at 12 o'clock on Thursday, because that is definitely going to shape you for the road ahead, and especially with new admissions, when to apply, funding, all sort of things. We're going to delve into it, which is just absolutely brilliant. But Damon, it's been absolutely wonderful having you on. I want to just quickly do this, because we got a comment as well that I saw. Can I read that? Can I read it? Which is absolutely brilliant, and I want you to see this as well, because, or hear it at least. I'm going to try and read, and my reading is not so because the CCEA people weren't there in my time. But anyways, who says the CCEA is doing great work to ensure that colleges and universities get access to learners and ensure they receive the correct information. Great work to Franlin and Damien.
There we go.
That sums it up. From Boland College, which is one of your members institutions.
One of your institutions.
And let me just say, Boland College, thank you very much for saying that. I think it is remarkable, because this is convenience, because a lot of parents, let's be honest, mom, dad, you're watching this, we know your life, but you know your life, everybody knows your life is busy. The last thing you have now is to go take out 6 hours of your week to go and do things. We all know that. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But this definitely go to the website. Makes it easier.
Makes it
How
so
else
much
can we
easier.
contact the CCEA? You go to the website, it's the easiest
Go onto
way.
the website or send Brandon an email at info@ccea.co.za,
Yeah.
and then Brandon will obviously send all the necessary information. But there's also contact details for her that you can get hold of her. But yes, the website would probably be the best way to get hold of the CCEA.
Brilliant,
Absolutely.
brilliant.
I'm questioned out. Do you
I'm
have any
questioned
questions,
out as well.
Rhoda?
Very excited. There we go, everybody. Information is there for you. Go and have a look at the show and go look to the website.
Do you have any questions for Rhoda?
No, for Dougal.
No.
We haven't done this in a long time.
I'm questioned out as well.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go.
But thank you guys very much for the opportunity for us as a CCA to present ourselves, and obviously
Brilliant.
just to showcase what we offer as an association. And yeah, we're looking forward to obviously interacting with the students.
Lovely.
Brilliant. No, thank you. And once again, no, thank you. Thank you to everything that you guys do. I think it is fantastic. You make things easier. It's
Oh,
about
yeah.
convenience. You're getting the information out there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you really put it where we as a society, we have no excuse but to
Yes.
exercise
No,
this. Not going to
exactly.
cost you anything. The only thing it will cost you is just to have the dream. And you
Yes.
owe that to yourself, to make
Yourself.
it a realization. It is Youth Month, so please like and share this because everybody is talking about it. We all want to turn back the tide on
yeah.
unemployment and all these sort of
Oh,
things.
yeah.
But more importantly, we want to be happy. That's the essence
Exactly.
of it. And I want to call it a hub. I'm sorry that I keep doing that, but I don't know how else to explain it. But because a lot of us want to study, or a lot of young people want to study at different places. But you know, now I go look at the Rhoda institution. I only see Rhoda stuff, but I want to. Maybe there's a different place. Maybe where the trees are greener or
Exactly.
yellower or whatever.
Exactly.
And this is what it's about. So go check it out. You go to www.ccea.co.za. All the details will be there. 62 member institutions. Plenty of choices there, man. Plenty of choices. And it will be nice. Once you check it out, you'll find maybe a career or something that I haven't heard of. Let us know.
Let us know.
Drop it in the comments. That is it. Damien, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in, man. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much for the opportunity.
Absolutely brilliant. So, Damien, thanks again to him, and of course, once again, well done, and many thanks to all the wonderful people involved with the CCEA, as well as the member institutions for being
Oh,
part
yeah,
of this
being
and
part of
committed
it.
to this cause.
Oh, yes.
And of course, just pushing the narrative
Thank
forward that
you.
the youth is indeed the future, and that is the most important thing. So thank you very much for that. Remember, like and share this, and this has been an absolute joy today.
Have a fabulous week, everyone.
And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.